not mind Astro because I cannot draw his body with anything. But we're gonna look at these two, my favorite. Okay, no, I did not make Finn chunky, and even if it was, who cares? I just know that he has like a life jacket, so actually his like torso, kind of see like a little there. Anyways, but yeah. Also too, there's the Bassie I drew. We don't talk about the Andy. No. Also too, eventually I will be making a video about this one, and this one's lore. Also too, you might be thinking, hey, it kind of looks like Astro. I kind of got inspiration from Astro, but trust me, bro is a schizophrenic. And he's a lot different from Astro. I just took like that part. I just really like that blanket part. Plus he's a moth, so those are his wings. So yeah. And then you might be like, oh, I think that's Alana, whatever. I don't remember her name. No. No. Okay, no. First of all, do not question the arms. Okay, I suck. And we're not gonna talk about how like those look decent, and you got this. This mainly. Every time, bro, I see this, I get goosebumps, and in a good way. But yeah, so now we will get on to the drawing part of the video, where I will be drawing this one and this one. I don't think I'm gonna draw Astro. I'm sorry, Astro, but no. But I'm definitely drawing you two. I'm drawing you first, though. So yeah, now we'll get on to that part. I guess this was like the intro, but anyway, yippee! Oh, and also too, I don't have any editing apps or nothing like that, so yeah, so for the drawing part, the only two recording things I have is of course the free camera app, and then screen recording. And you might be like, yes, Fanta, there's a lot of things that are free. No, that's not the problem. It's other problems. Anyways, so yeah, more personal stuff that you don't need to worry about. No. So, anyways, yeah. But yes, so I probably just like, I'll try figure out something. I'll try. So let's hope it works. Yay! Now, actually, back to the video. Sorry. Okay, so hopefully this works. If it's off timing, that's because I had to do 2 separate recordings. Anyways, so what I'm gonna be doing here is starting off with Ginger, like I said in the intro, and I'm just gonna be basically like tracing over the thing I already made in my notebook. And first of all, I made these at school, and second of all, we got our Chromebooks taken away, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, because it's almost the end of the school year. Yippee. Anyways, so yeah, I have no, and also too, we're not allowed to have phones. Our school is very strict with that. Anyways, so like there's no way I could trace these. And also too, as you can tell with it, it looks like its own art style, which my art style is crazy. So yeah, anyways, but yes, so I mean, hopefully that this doesn't take too long. You never know, you know. So yeah, but so while I'm doing this, I guess I'm just gonna ramble, cause why not? Anyways, so when I was drawing Ginger, it wasn't supposed to be Ginger. Okay? It was supposed to be, do I even want to say that? It was supposed to be a goth girl. If you know, you know. Anyways, but so, and the only people who will know is my friends, which is nothing inappropriate, but anyways, but yeah, and I don't know why, but I just drew the body so well, and then I was like, you know what, nah, I'm gonna make Ginger out of this. So I forced my friend, because there's a few kids that had to keep their Chromebooks because of a certain class, so luckily one of my friends was in that class, so he let me borrow his Chromebook so I could search up Ginger because I just wanted to get her hair exactly right this time, because I liked her hairstyle more for the outfit, like in body shape she had for this, so I did that. Anyways, but also too, every time I draw Finn and Ginger, okay, look, do not get mad at me, chat, but okay, I have multiple Dandy World OCs, because why not? But I mainly use them for, like, their adventure parts, more than, like, create stats. So I don't have really stats. I got maybe, like, a few abilities for my main one, which her name is Beat, and she's a electric guitar. She's a green electric guitar. My favorite color of green, neon. Anyways, but yeah, so her personality is pretty much like mine. I guess also do more energetic. Anyways, but yeah, so, and like, you know, in my rules of book, if you like both of them, you might as well be with both of them. So I did the best thing and made my character Beat, call it self-shipping if you will, go with Ginger and Finn. Now, no, I am not shipping Ginger and Finn. It's like Beat and Finn, that's a ship. Ginger and Finn, that's a ship. Or not. God, I'm stupid. No, Ginger and Beat is a ship. Like Finn and Ginger? No. That's not a crossover. Now if you ship that, which honestly I feel like that ship name would be called Soggy Cookies. I don't know why. Anyways, but if you ship that, that's okay. I don't really like, anyone can ship anything. I don't really care as long as it's not Toodles or Pebble or Cole, any minors or animals. Like Rudy is an animal. Like there's a few Toons that are animals, but they got human characteristics still. I mean, like the ones that are actually specifically animals and minor. No, that's not okay. So, anyways, but yeah, so, like, I know there's gonna be probably a lot of people, if anyone comments on this video, they're gonna probably be like, but no, the Finn is supposed to be with Gigi, or no, Finn is supposed to be with Shrimpo. The thing that's bad with that is that, I'll tell you a bit about my AU, I guess you could say, my Dandy's World, is that Finn, and also too, if you hear like a noise, that's my necklace. Anyways, but so Finn and Shrimpo are brothers. Like, if you ship them, that's fine with me because it's not part of my AU. But in mine, they're brothers, and look, I have a reasonable reason for that. Just because like Finn is technically still counted as a fish-like creature, and Shrimpo is a crustacean, and they're kind of in the same area, you know. It makes sense to believe that. And I can also get reasons why you guys would ship them because of the same reasons why I think they'd be siblings. So yeah. Anyways, but so, and then also to you, probably a lot of you reflective detectives are gonna kill me because in my AU, Tegan and Roger are together, healthy relationship. They have a daughter, which of course is Toodles, but they have another daughter, which is one of my OCs named Mocha. She's really sweet. She looks more like her mom, but yeah. And then Glisten, which is the older brother, and Glisten and Buxton are together. And then honestly, there's a few ships in my thing. I don't even really worry about ships. I'm just rambling because I don't know what else to talk about. So, yippee. Anyways, but so like Yada and Louie, I like that ship. But before Yada came out, I was like, oh yeah, Connie and Louie. Oh, those two are good. Now, if you ship Berry Funny, which is Louie and Sprout, go ahead. I don't. That's good for you. And also to any fruitcake shippers out there, in my AU, they're together. So don't worry. But if you're not a fruitcake shipper and you ship Sprout with Ginger, I'm a little hurt just because my Pookie's getting taken away. But honestly, I don't care. And so it's joke wise, but yeah. So anyways, But then Astro and Dandy are together. Basically all the basic ships besides Bobbit and Ginger. Because, okay, I don't know if it's canon that Bobbit is a lesbian. I just see a lot of videos where people are like, oh, Bobbit's a lesbian. So, I don't know. But, until I get real information, which I probably easily just search it up, but I'm too lazy to do that, so yeah. I just made, Bobbit, so she has someone, because I still really love Bobbit. She's a cute little toon, but I made her go with another OC of mine. His name is Bulb, and he's like a Christmas toon, so he's a Christmas light bulb, which is kind of ironic because I'm pretty sure Rudy's, if I'm correct, trinket is Christmas lights. But I already figured out a ship name for Bulb and Bobbit, Decorative Lights. There's probably already a ship name of that, but let me dream, chat. Let me dream, okay? I'm not over here, like, searching the internet for every ship name. Like, I don't really pay attention to that. Just too many. Like, I think there's more ship names than there is words in a dictionary. So, anyways, but, so, if it turns out that she is canonly a lesbian, I'm just gonna turn Bulb into a girl. Bulb can go both ways, because then Bulb, right now, he's a guy, is brothers of Brightney, which now I can confirm that works, because at first when Ginger came out, we're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because they're both pastries, so that, like, Cosmo's cousin, when that was canon. And then I kind of got worried, because I'm like, well, does this still work? Because, like, you know, I don't know. So I was really hoping it would, like, still work out, and then the Easter tunes came out, and then I'm like, Flutter. Before I even knew they were siblings, I'm like, okay, they're either siblings or, like, some form of family members. They are not together. I know it for a fact. And then I saw, and I searched it up, and it turns out they are siblings, and I was like, I knew it. So, yeah. It was like when they just came out. So, but yeah, I just know, I'm just that good. I'm joking. Anyways, but, so yeah. And I was like, okay, so it can work with, like, festive tunes, and then normal tunes. They can still be, like, siblings. So, Bulb and Brightney work. Anyways, also too, I ship Rudy and Brightney, but there's, like, sometimes where I'm like, because now I'm seeing this ship between Rudy and Coco. Do not hurt me if I don't say her name right. I don't, because I know it's spelled Cocoa, so I'm guessing it's not Coco. Maybe it is Coco. I don't know. Okay, I just call her Coco. Anyways, so yeah, I kind of ship those two at the same time. So, like, I wouldn't, I guess that you could say I'm a multi-shipper, but in my AU, there is only one, except for Beat and Honey, which she's another OC. You would not believe how many OCs I have in 50 fandoms, like, bro, you don't want to know. Anyways, I'll probably make a different video about that, who knows, depending on how long this drawing it goes for. I might just talk about it now. But anyways, we're focusing on Danny's world because that's what I'm drawing. So yeah, anyways. But, so, like I was saying, for right now, Rudy and Brittany are together. And then, let's see, Cole is Pebble's mom. And then, and I'm not saying, oh yeah, this is canon. None of this stuff is canon that I know. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, this ship is canon, or this is canon. Unless I see it officially from, like, the creator of Danny's World, it's not thing. So if I, like, say, like, as I just said, Cole is Pebble's mom, it sounds like I'm being like, she is. I'm not. I'm just saying that's how it is in my AU. And then, so let me go back to Honey. She's a bee. She's cousins with, well, now Flight, but originally Flutter, but since Flight's here, then yeah, of course, not Flight. Excuse me. Anyways, but so yeah. And she is mainly obsessed with Dandy, and then Rouge, which, no, it's not from Sonic. She's a Rose, and yes, I know there's 1,000 Rose OCs, but trust me, she looks different from the rest of them. Okay. But Rouge is Dandy's sister, and she's, I don't want to say she has the exact personality of Rouge from Sonic, but she's just like really bratty, and she does not like, I don't know why, I'm not homophobic whatsoever, but I feel like there's just that one time, you need to always have that one OC that's just the complete opposite of you. So, I decided to make her homophobic. I don't know why, I don't even hate her. She's my OC. What is wrong with me? I don't know. That's a lot of questions I ask myself. So, yeah, anyways, but, so, Rouge is, like, does not like Glisten, because in this AU, Glisten's gay. I mean, come on. So, anyways, but, yeah. Again, though, if you ship Glisten with a girl, I don't care. Yippee. Good job. You can do whatever you want. So, yeah, but, again, as long as it's not minors or animals, like Pebble and Cole, mainly. Anyways, but, so, back on topic. So, Rouge does not like Glisten. And then, when she was talking with Beat, she was fine with Beat, until then Beat said, oh yeah, well I kind of have like, I'm with 2 people. And she's like, you're with 2 people? And she's like, yeah. And then, but in Rouge's head, she's like, well, I mean, if they're both guys, and like the guys don't like each other, then I guess that's fine, because it's still straight. So then Rouge is like, did the 2 people like each other? And Beat's like, no, they don't. They actually kind of like hate each other. Like, yeah, no, don't worry. And then she's like, okay, good. So, I mean, at least they're both guys and they don't like each other. And then she's like, when did I ever say they were both guys? Like, one of them's a guy. And then she's like, who is your 2 mysterious lovers? And then Beat's like, oh, it's Finn and Ginger. And then Rouge full on crashes out, and she's like, this day couldn't get any worse. Please don't tell me you're also friends with that Zest Fest. And then Beat's like, oh, you mean Glisten? Yeah, he's my bestie since the beginning. And then she just full on tweaks out. So, yeah, she doesn't like him. Which she also then hates her brother, because then, okay, like again I said, there's Moonflower in this, meaning gay. So she just always just like avoids her brother. She still loves him, it's just she doesn't like, if it's just Dandy, she's fine, but if like Astro's by him or something, then she's like, well, you just had to ruin the like, but yeah. Oh, and then you have Danielle, which is like Dial, because she's an old telephone, like, you know, the ones that like you gotta, like, I'm bad with words, you have to like put your finger into like that, the turn knob thingy, there's like holes on the number, and then you is that a dial? I don't know. Okay, please, no one hurt me. I'm just bad with words, okay? You know what I mean. But she's just like like her body and like her dress and her body are kind of the shape of the main part, and then her dress that she wears has the design of it on it. And but then her head is like the like actual phone part, and she does have a cord, of course, which is like more of like a tail, I guess, but not really. So it like connects from her head to like the back, not like down, but like the center of her back. I just did that just because I don't know. And then she has a husband named Nick, for Nickel. he's a nickel. Yes, I know usually if like you think of a payphone, they usually take quarters. But Danielle's not a payphone. Then why did I make her husband a coin? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I just thought it'd be cute. And Nick and Danielle are around the same exact age as Tegan and Roger, which I imagine to be them like in their 40s or something. So yeah. But you want to know something that Beat, V, and Danielle all have in common? You guessed it. They're all cousins. Yeah. So Beat and V are distant cousins, and Danielle and V are distant cousins, and then also too Danielle and Beat are distant cousins. They're all distant cousins, only because they're all a sort of technology, kinda. And I know you're probably like, an electric guitar is not technology, or the old phone isn't technology either. Shh. Okay, it's more electronic, kinda. Okay, shh. Let me do my thing. So yeah, anyways. And then I just made a new OC because I'm like, okay, there's too many cousins. We need to add another sibling because like right now, Bulb and like Brightney are the only siblings I have that are like, one's an OC and then one's like an actual character. Or like it has an OC involved. Or I guess Rouge too. Anyways, but so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make an older brother for Beat. Because like I've been thinking like beatboxing, Shrimpo X beatboxing. I'm so smart. I'm losing it. Anyways, no, I don't ship them. Do you ever just not ship a character but you still like give them a ship name just randomly? I don't know why. Anyways, but still. Beatboxing, like stuff like that. And so I'm like, what if I gave her a brother and his name was like Box? And I'm like, no, that's stupid, because what does a box have to do with music? Because they would both be like music, like tunes, because they're siblings. So they kind of have to be like alike. So, I named him Vocaloid for now. And yes, I know, I basically just ripped it off. That's for now. That's a placeholder, okay? So yeah, but, basically, that's just what we're gonna stick with for now, until I figure out a more creative name. But he's, like, supposed to be, like, a speaker, but not like a speaker that, like, it's like the upright speakers that have, like, the whole part and then another whole part. You know, like not like a like new speakers. Like I mean ones they usually would hook up like a guitar to. And no, do not be like, wait, so like no. Okay, I'm just giving an example. No, if I hear a comment that's like I will actually no. Stop being weird. Okay. Anyways, but so they're siblings, but he's a lot older, and he was around before Glisten was born. I'm just saying, like, in my AU, I feel like every tune has a designated age, and then they just stop aging. Like, Eggson ended up getting, like, 59 years old, and then, like, he got all the way to 70, and stopped aging, and then you got Toodles, who just stopped aging at 8. Like, come on. So I just did that. So he was around like before Glisten had hit his age like growth limit. So he knew Danielle, which of course again that makes they're distant cousins, so of course they're family. But Danielle and Nick, and then Tegan, Roger, and Ixon, those guys are like the oldest, and he knew them when he was like a teen, and now he's like mid-30s, and Beat is like he's like, well, no, he may be 29, and then B is like around like 18, 19. I feel like that's the same age like Glisten is. I don't know. She's like similar age with Glisten, so yeah. Anyways, but so yeah. There's so many, but yeah. Okay, so that's kind of like it for the Dandy's World part. And now I want to talk about Spooky Month. Yes, I know I'm drawing Dandy's World, so I don't need Spooky Month, but I don't care, okay? This is a rambling video, basically, okay? Because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do. So yeah, anyways. I'm just realizing now, though, this is gonna be, again, like, over probably, like, almost an hour long. Chat. What is wrong with me and my rambling? I'm a yapper. Anyways, but, so, yeah. Spooky, so, I remember when Tender Treats came out, and there was, like, a flood of people that just, oh my god, Bob Velson. He was so funny. But if you were a simp for Bob Velson, look, I don't judge you, cause look, at one point I did too, but that was almost honestly just cause I was kind of like, everyone was making edits, like that's all my For You page on my TV when I was watching YouTube, cause of course I've been a big Spooky Month lover and fan, so for a long time, and I'm waiting for Sofalo to make the next episode, but yeah, and I'm excited. But anyways, like I was saying, so it was all over, like, just edits. Like, I was like, ooh, Tender Treats, sweet. But before I even got to watch the actual video, it was everyone else making edits of Bob, and then I got scared because I didn't know which one was from the show, like which pictures were from the show and which ones were from like fan. Like I got scared and I didn't know who Bob was gonna be like, because so many people were making thirst trap videos and doing like voices of him, but like they were like seductive and they were saying like weird things. Like I got scared. Like I was like, do I wanna? But then I was like, oh wait, I forgot. Like it was like a long time after it came out, and I'm like, wait, I forgot. I still need to watch this. And it's when like people kind of boiled down with Bob. There were still a few, surprisingly, but yeah. I'm like, well, I better watch it, cause like I haven't even watched it yet. Watched every other Spooky Month. And so I watched it, and I'm like, bro, I like Bob. He's a cool guy. I like Bob. At the end, I did not like what he was trying to do to Skid and Pump, the babies. Like, how dare you try touching my son? And yes, chat. Why do I circle myself around? Like, my OC, my Spooky Month OC, she's mother of Roy, Pump, and Susie. And you might be like, excuse me, Pump and Susie already have parents, they're just not there, and either way they still have a grandpa, and then you'd be like, yeah, and Roy has like parents too, they just suck, but yeah, they're there. And I was like, that's the thing, listen to what you just said about both their parents. So like, let alone, yes, is it probably like Pump's and Susie's parents' fault that they're always working? Like, no. Probably not. It's honestly just probably the job they got, and then not realizing that they're gonna be out of town so much, and yeah, I don't know. So I'm not blaming anyone, but yeah. And so though, I'm like, and we don't talk about her enough, chat. But the number one baddie and blonde hottie that isn't dumb. I'm joking, chat. Okay, if you're blonde, I'm not calling you dumb. I'm joking. So anyways, the mortuary, I think that's what she works as. Always sarcastic, usually, and kind of has enough of everything. Patty. She is number one, chat. I already know someone else that I'm subscribed to on YouTube that also really likes Patty, but otherwise that's like the only other person I've seen so far that has made their OC like with Patty. And I don't blame them. Like, bro, Patty is like so fun. I don't know why. Anyways, in chat, no, I'm not a lesbian. Or else why would I ship myself a fin? Get off paper. Okay, sorry. That was like out of pocket there. Anyways. But I'm pansexual, okay? Chill, guys. I honestly don't care anymore. I've just given up. So, yeah. But also, too, guys, I am not as young as you might think I am. I don't know why you also think I'm young, because if you can't tell my voice. So, anyways, but yeah. Chat, I know what I'm doing, and plus, my childhood was like, my child was crazy. No, speaking of my childhood, taking off a spooky month, I remember my childhood was literally just FNAF, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Undertale, Deltarune, what else? Creepypastas, which, SCP's Backroom, indie horror game, any horror, like, thing. So, that meant, like, also to Slenderman and Jeff the Killer and Ben.Drown were big things. Siren Head was a giant thing. Cartoon Cat and Cartoon Dog and all the cartoon little guys. Those guys were so good. And you had your SCPs, like the Peanut, and then the Plague Doctor, which, if I could talk to past self right now, my past self, I would smack her in the face. Cause like, I don't know why I was falling so hard for the Plague Doctor that was part of the SCPs. Look, please, there's so many other people, I know it for a fact, that simmed over him too. I don't know why. Plague Doctors, bro, I tell you. They're just something else. No, but, anyways. But then, and then Momo, I remember, was like a huge thing that was going around. I was, I don't remember how old I was, when in school, even teachers were talking about Momo, and how, like, there's, like, this, like, a lot of people thought it was, like, a real thing, and it ended up just being, like, hackers or something. Like, there was a few people that were like, oh yeah, these are hackers. That were like, oh yeah, these people are doing this. I remember that, and I remembered, like, me and this one friend of mine, which we're no longer friends, but it's not because of anything, it's just whatever, but, yeah, so, and I was at their house, and we were playing outside, and I had my scooter, and they had their bike, and I was like, so you know about the whole Momo thing? And they're like, yeah, and I was like, what if we pretend like Momo's chasing us? And then they're like, yeah, let's do that. I was like a weird kid when I was young. So we, like, for half an hour just screamed on the block of our, like, her house, and we traveled down to my house and many other blocks, and it was, like, turning dark, and we were just screaming, watch out behind you, Momo's right there. Oh no, Momo's behind the corner. It was funny. No, I never usually got scared of any of this stuff. The one thing that scared me, though, the one thing, oh, and also Cuphead, I don't know if I mentioned Cuphead, I'm so sorry, Cuphead, but, sorry, Fran Bow, too, and Sally Face, and Kindergarten. I already said, like, horror games, so those kind of count, but Fran Bow, I kid you not, I have it even on my Nintendo Switch, and I play it, like, constantly. I've beaten it, like, 50 times in a day, so it's my favorite game, and I still watch Markiplier to this day play it. So, it's great. Anyways, but back to what I was saying. The one thing that did scare me was also to my friend, which I will not say his name, but if I already have, then I'm sorry, man. But anyways, yeah, so he also used to see these videos when he was younger, and he's like a year older than me. So, yeah, but... And I told him about it, because, like, no one else believed me. Every time I said, when I was younger, there was always this, like, weird thing that looked like, it was in the style of, like, the Mickey Mouse Steamboat. And this guy kind of looked like Mickey Mouse, but he was tall, and like his figure, like it was slim, and then his stomach like was bulged out, and his eyes were completely white. They had no pupils, but everyone else had pupils. It was just him. He didn't have pupils. And then his stomach could also open up into a mouth, and it was like a whole horror thing. And I always thought he was a mouse, but apparently he's a bear. And I remember specifically one of these episodes was like he was on a train waiting, and there was this kid with his mom that was also waiting on the train, but this little boy was like a brat, so he kept like teasing and like sticking his tongue out, showing his butt or whatever to the guy. And so then right as the train came, like you see the train like one of the trains passed by, and it was like a transition thing. So then now the kid like looked around and he didn't see that guy anymore, so he's like, oh, he probably just left. But then actually turns out that I don't know what happened to the mom, but the guy like that I'm talking about, like the one that apparently is a bear, I thought it was a mouse the whole time, took the place of where the kid's mom was, and now was holding onto the kid's hand, and the kid couldn't get away. And then you can kind of suspect what happened in the end. Pretty gruesome. Anyways, but yeah. And there was a few other episodes I remember seeing. Those terrified me as a kid. Tattletale. Sorry. Tattletale was another big game. I'm just remembering a lot of the games, sorry. And Baldy. Sorry. Gosh. Okay. Refocusing. Invader Zim. Oh my lord, what is wrong with me? How did I not remember? SpongeBob. Bro, sorry, I'm like remembering all the things I used to watch when I was younger. Invader Zim, my mom got me hooked on it, and I loved Invader Zim. I still actually have a Invader Zim bag and a Invader Zim shirt that I got from Hot Topic that was over $70 for 2 items. Yeah. I was happy, and I was actually happy that my dad let me get it, so yippee! Those are the only 2 things I have that are like actual canon merch. So yeah, anyways. But back to what I was saying. So yeah. If you also saw it, which I doubt a lot of people are watching to the video this now, but if you are, please tell me in the comments that you also remember this bear like mouse thing that I'm talking about, because so far my friend, he's the only one so far that I know, and I've told all of my friends, my like parents, everything. I've told everyone, and I can't find it. I've even tried searching it up, and generally, yes, maybe since I kept putting mouse in, this was before I knew it was a bear, but still. So far, my friend, he's the only one that actually knows what I was talking about, and I've also seen it. And like, I don't even like. Oh, and then also to the Smile, like My Little Pony Smile HD or whatever. What was it called? Like, yeah, that video too, that one. And then just like all the My Little Pony like Pinkie Pie, being like this like creepypasta, and then like Felicia and all of that, like all that. Like I said, creepypastas and all that were like a big thing when I was younger. So I guess you could that I guess when I was bored. Yeah. But like I've always been like I'm not saying edgy. Do not call me edgy, because I'm not edgy. Trust me. If you see me in real life, you'd be like, "Oh, chat. Yes." I'm way more enjoyable. So, anyways, but okay, well, anyways. But anyways, yeah. I've just never really liked the one thing that I liked that was like kiddish when I was younger. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I didn't like girly stuff, because that's a lie. There's a few girly things I liked, and I'm not gonna be a pick-me where I'm like, oh, I'm like the boys, because I swear. So no, but I'm gonna say more like I didn't like childish stuff, but then now that I get older, I'm realizing that's because I didn't really have childish stuff when I was younger, let alone a childhood. But those are other reasons. Chat, don't worry, my parents are perfect. guys, it's fine. So anyways, it was just other reasons, but yeah, I was just more of like a quiet, not really talkative much kid, and I just kind of absorbed myself into these fandoms. Like if I get into a fandom, I'm staying in that fandom, and I am defending it with my life. Like these, I can't really talk to people about the things I want to talk about. So when I do, I just make OCs, or the fandom I'm in, I spin a wheel in my head and I pick a random fandom. I'm like, that one, I already have an OC, it's fine. And then I just start making like literal role play basically of those characters. And my parents have even heard me like in the middle of the night doing it because I get so bored and I can't fall asleep. My parents thought I was actually crazy. I might be. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. We're fine. No, but like I usually do a lot of spooky month. I do sometimes Hazbin Hotel. I do a lot of Hazbin Hotel. Not really Hell of a Boss, but that's just because I combine both Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss, which I am very grateful now that they can finally do crossovers for my Hazbin Hotel / Hell of a Boss fans. Yeah, I'm excited. Yippee. Also, too, now I'm just thinking, how many fandoms are I in? Oh, well, I also Minecraft too. So, Spooky Month, Danny's World, Minecraft, Cuphead, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Undertale, Deltarune. Did I say Undertale? Whatever. Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss. Let's see. Vader Zim, of course. FNAF. Any FNAF. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of names. God. Franbo, Sally Faye's Kindergarten, Baldi's Basics, Tattletale. Hello Neighbor. Castle Crashers, which, if you know that game, thank you. And then, gosh, how many? I don't even know. I'm gonna figure that out later. Anyways, but yeah. I think that there's a lot more. I know. Any creepypasta, again, like I said. Basically, everything I've kind of talked about, I'm in a fandom in. I remember Welcome Home, and now Welcome Home's coming back because of, like, Threadville or something, I think that's what it's called, on Roblox. Because the one blue guy, looks exactly like, a lot of people are, like, saying that he looks really similar to Wally. And then also to, I think that's his name, right? And then the dog in Threadville also looks similar to the blue spotted dog that's in Welcome Home. I wasn't really part of Welcome Home, so do not, like, hurt me, chat. I'm sorry. But, yeah. If you know his name, you can comment it. I don't really care. And when I say I don't really care, do not take it in a mean way, because I feel like I'm talking to people and then they're like, wow, you don't care? And I'm like, no, because, well, you're not real. You can't hurt. I'm joking. No, you guys are real. But anyways, yes, I think you are. Okay, but anyways, yeah. I mean, like, as in, you, so, like, like, if you were to be like, I just ate breakfast this morning. Ah, cool, man. Sweet. I'm not gonna be like, I don't care. No, I'm just saying I don't care. Like, if you like something, I don't care. You could go do your own thing. Great job. As long as it's not offending, hurting, or anything. Like, that's illegal. You know? Like, diddling minors. Shipping minors with adults. Danny's little people. Yeah. So otherwise, I don't care. That's another thing. I see a few people like ship like people like when someone says a rare pair as a ship, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. At least they're from the same fandom. There was this one, I think someone shipped, was it Yada X Batman? Yeah, Batman. And I'm just gonna say it now. That is the best ship ever. Look, it's actually I'm not gonna say I can see that. I don't even remember if it was Yada. It was a Dandy's Board character. I remember that. I just don't know, but it was for sure Batman. But it's so funny when I see like random ships that are from like two complete different fandoms and like two complete art styles. Now a ship I would really definitely see is Yada x Pinkie Pie. Now that one, or well, cause Pinkie Pie and Yada are like legit the same thing. Like if you really look at Pinkie Pie and like then look at Yada, they're like a copy and paste of it. So I guess then, if you ship Yada and Louie, then couldn't you also just ship Pinkie Pie and Louie? Because, like, they're basically the same. You know? I don't know if you know. You probably do. I don't know. I'm losing it. So, yeah. It's late right now. Like, what even is the time right now? It's 10:21 right now where I am. It's so tired. And I still have to draw. Because remember, this is like a pre-recorded thing. And now I'm like breaking the fourth wall. But it's fine. There's a lot of things that break the fourth wall. Oh, I remember when, God, they just made a new game. Where it's like in a barbecue. Isn't that what it's called? You know, the trend that a lot of people doing. Where it's like, if you don't mind, if you could tell me where the hell is the I don't even know if I said it right. It doesn't matter. I used to be in that fandom too, and then I kind of forgot about it because like there's like nothing really going on. And then they came out the game, and I was like, ooh, wow, I like it. I like it a lot. You're cool. So then, I mean, I haven't really watched anyone play it. One of my favorite YouTubers, Juicy Fruit Snacks, go watch him, but not yet. At least finish watching this video, please. I know this is too long, but like, chat, please. There has to be my long YouTube watchers out there. Like, I feel like no one watches YouTube videos anymore, and I'm gonna crash out. Cause like, come on, it's not that hard. Just please, for sakes. Like, this video is already gonna be, like, long enough. And I'm gonna be, like, taking forever. Like, Lord have mercy on my soul. Like, I don't really do a lot of videos because I don't know what I'm supposed to make videos on. Because I can't really, like, make a video of me playing Danny's World. Because, first of all, I can't have Roblox on my phone. Which is for the same reasons why I can't have editing apps and stuff on my phone. But then I also have it on my Xbox though, which is kind of strange. I'm allowed to have it on my Xbox, but I guess it's also too like it's really hard for me to do anything on my Xbox. It's slow. It's an Xbox like One or 360. I don't remember. It's old. Like I don't know, but yeah. So, but I just like mysteriously found it on the Xbox because I was trying to play Hello Neighbor on my Xbox, and I'm like. Robot. And then I just played it. I'm like, finally! And also, too, I finally got Bassie today. And you might be like, I already had Bassie. Well, shit. Okay, let me celebrate myself. No, it's because she never. No mains ever show up. Like, they never do. I literally have all the mains. Except for Gigi, because she never shows up. But literally, I just need to see her one more time. And then I'm fine. Like, I'd finish her mastery. But, and then every wait, did I say I have all the mains? If I did, what is wrong with me? No, I mean, all the non-mains. I think I said non-mains. Yeah, but anyways, you know what I mean. I don't have any other mains except for Bassie. I'm really close with V. Shelly barely ever appears. She did appear once though. Today. Sprout barely ever appears. Bassie barely ever appeared, but luckily I was Roger the few times I saw her, so I got extra research. Dandy, every time I try doing a Dandy run, everyone always buys, and it's always like a Finn or a Boxton or whatever. And yes, I love Finn, but oh my god, people that play as him. There's only a few people that are good that are Finn that I've played with. Like, a few times, like, it's a vintage Finn that be like, they buy. Right as someone will say no buy. They'll wait, and then right as Dandy's about to leave, they buy. And then they're like, bro, and like everyone's already hurtled towards the front, and like people are yelling at Finn in the chat, being like, Finn, back away from them, dang, get away from them. And like then he buys, and then everyone's like, bro, it was a Dandy run. And then Finn's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know what run this was. Like, why'd you say ABC for ABC for the Dandy run that was gonna go? Like, oh my lordy lord. No, and then I keep seeing the things happening in lobby where a lot of people are like hacking Dandy's world. Like, bro, I'm scared because then soon it's just gonna be full of just hackers, and then the game's not even gonna be playable anymore, and I'm gonna actually cry. But yeah. Anyways, God, my voice. Anyways, but yeah, and like then poppies will not stop. Like, starters, I don't care if you're a starter. Yay, good job. If, like, we're saying, like, main only, or, like, it's a certain run that involves, like, when it involves a poppy or a boxton, then, yeah. Like, if we're saying just Easter tunes, and then a poppy and a boxton join, then I'm gonna be like, hey, sorry, no, this is, like, just Easter tunes. And then they turn into, like, V, and then Shelly, or, whoops, they turn into, like, V and, like Astro or Sprout and Pebble, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. And then we're like, no. And they're like, but I'm a main. And we're like, I don't care. Still, you gotta go, because you're not an Easter tune. You could be a main if you're a Bassie. That's the only main you could be. Yeah. So, like, they don't understand it. Like, people need to understand that they're not funny, they're not cool. Like, dude, just listen. It's so annoying. Like, when someone just doesn't listen. Like, there's so many kids at my school that, like, try to play cool and just don't listen to the teachers. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, if you threw something on the floor and now a teacher's, like, telling you to go pick it up, they're being nice, too. They're being like, hey, can you please go pick that up? Because I just saw you throw it on the floor for no reason. And then you're just gonna sit there like you don't even hear them? You're not cool. Like, stop it. Stop being stupid and go pick up. And then there's this one time the student did that, and they picked it up, finally, after like half an hour of being like, I don't have to listen to them. I don't have to listen to them. And I'm like, I'm gonna. So, like, then they finally go pick it up, just so they would, the quote unquote, they said, shut the teacher up. Like, you do be doing that. Anyways, so then they do it, but instead of throwing it in the trash, they throw it in the recycling. Now, you might be like, oh, well, whatever, it's, I guess, at least they're still throwing it away. Yeah, but we have two recyclings. We have one recycling that's next to the trash, that's, like, you can, like, a lot of kids sometimes just throw food in there, but it's fine because it's next to the bin that's meant to throw food away. And then there's a bin that's right underneath the printer that's just meant for paper, so if you print something out and it's wrong, then you can throw it away, right there. It's not meant for food. There is no food that goes in there, and no one ever does. Because it's a smaller bin, and it even labels paper. It just says paper. So then she picks up the food and throws it in the one that's meant for paper. I'm telling you right now, I almost actually full-on jumped the table, grabbed her, threw her in the recycling herself, forced her to grab it out, and throw it in the retro. Because, oh my god, just do what you're supposed to do. It's not that hard. Like, you want good grades? You don't gotta be a sucker. You just gotta be a student. It's just be a student. And I'm not saying you're gonna get bad grades just because you're bad to a teacher, because they can't do that.
but also too at the same time, like if that teacher, like I can understand if you have a problem with the teacher because they are having a problem with you first for no reason, but like if this teacher's generally kind and now you're making that kind teacher be like rude and stuff to you, and you're like, oh my god, they're always so rude to me, it's not even fair. Like I wonder why. I would do the same thing if I was a teacher. I'd kick you out of my class. Like my poor one math teacher, she's so sweet, but like there's this one like student and he won't knock it off, never does, and so every time won't shush it and pushing her to her poor little limits. Like, bro, leave the teacher alone. Like, what did she do to you? Give you extra credit on something that you probably shouldn't even got it for? Oh, pity you for getting like good grades all because she felt bad because you got a 0 on a test. And no, I'm not saying this girl actually got a 0 on the test. I'm just saying. But like, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry that you were able to sleep during her whole class period and still get a decent grade on a paper, even though you didn't do it. Like, just, oh my god, like, listen to the teacher, bro. You don't gotta even be disrespectful. No. But I'm hoping that I'm finally done drawing. Probably have been for like the past hour, and now I'm just doodling. But yeah, I hope you watched to the end of this video, and I hope you actually enjoyed this, because if you didn't, then I just said all this stuff for no reason, and I'm gonna tweak out. Yes, you heard me. Tweak out. So, yeah. I'm not forcing you to subscribe to me, and I'm not forcing you to like my videos. I just really hope I eventually get enough subscribers so I can do a live. But time will tell. Anyways, but yes, my spooklings. Hey, a lot of YouTubers have names for their subscribers, I guess. I don't know. So I'm calling you my spooklings, even if that's already a name. Then, well, I don't know. But just because my username's Spooky Lover, because, well, I love Spooky Month, and I love spooky things, so, but, anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and, yeah, yippee! Bye-bye, my spooklings.